Tennessee State head coach Eddie George, his team coming off their open date. They'll be at home in Nissan Stadium. They're going to host Tennessee Tech on Saturday afternoon. So, Coach, just some thoughts, and then we'll go into some questions for you.
Yeah, excited about this week. Another challenge for us in the OVC. Had a good week last week. I thought of cleaning up some things that we have to work on for the back half of the season. It is now a 6-game schedule going up against Tennessee Tech. They're coming in with a 2-game winning streak, 2 big wins, one over SEMO and one against North Carolina Central last week. It looked to be a team that's well coached. We did not fare well against them in the spring. They beat us 24-10. They have a really good running back that I think might be the best in the conference. Can do it all-purpose guy. Can catch out the backfield, can run routes, can break tackles. He really sets the tone. Quarterback, the former quarterback number 6, I don't know his name. He is a threat to run. So this team is well coached. They're flying high. They're running around making plays. They're believing what they're doing, and we have our hands full come Saturday afternoon.
Perfect. Thanks, Coach. I'll let Mike go ahead and start his questions. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, Eddie, I'm doing something on 3 areas where it seems like your team has improved significantly, and I'm starting with Jeremy Higgbottom. Can you talk about the strides he's made since the preseason when he was just battling for a starting position?
Yeah, well, repetitions really help Jeremy. Just getting used to calling the play. We've had to learn how to allow him to call the play where he feels comfortable, so we can get everybody in the right position, knowing what to do. And that took time for us to figure it out. So repetition definitely helped in that regard. He has really come on as the leader of this team and really has settled in at the quarterback position. In practice, we've done some things to help him be quicker with his reads, to get timing faster with our receivers, and to see the game played at a faster level. And he's really settled in beautifully with that. And, the only way that we go is our offensive line. Our offensive line play has been great, allowing him to be protected at times and really having balance offensively by running the football. So he's really settled in nice.
Well, that was going to be my second point, was the offensive line improvement that you've seen. Pass protection specifically, you ran the ball well from the start of the season, but pass protection seems to have been much better.
Yeah, well, a lot of new concepts from the pass protection perspective, and it's a matter of knowing who to block. The effort's been there, but just not understanding it fully. We've really had to work hard to get them to understand that communication is the key. Understanding who to block when things change is very important, so they can be more aggressive. This was a young offensive line coming into the season, and we're halfway through the season. Guess what? They're not young anymore. They have 5 games of experience under their belt, and they have to grow. And I think they met the challenge. There's still a lot of work to do up front. But if that group is playing well, it opens up a lot of holes, a lot of opportunities for our playmakers to make plays in both the run game and the pass game.
Were there some injuries on the offensive line that you got back with Cam Durley? Was he injured, or have you gotten anybody back?
Well, Cam was the significant injury. He was our off-conference tackle. And once he went down, we had to scramble to find out who could fill his place. And that was a bit of a challenge because we were just really assessing who these kids are, what they can do and what we can do, what kind of team we can be. Can we be a power run team? Are we an RPO team? Are they position blockers? So finding out their strengths and weaknesses was a part of the process. Now that we have a general understanding of what we can do and who can do what, we found a line that we kind of believe in. And the key for them is to stay ahead of the chains and not beat themselves. We are the most penalized team in the OVC. A ton of penalties in terms of jumping off sides, a lot of self-inflicting penalties. So we're trying to narrow that down, something that we can't afford to do at this point.
And what's Cam's prognosis? Is he going to come back this season?
Unfortunately, Cam is out for the remainder of the year. He is, I don't know if he's going to come back next season. He has eligibility. We'll have to wait to see, but he's doing a phenomenal job of being a leader in the locker room for us.
Okay, and then finally, your linebackers are playing really well and have pretty much all season, but they've even stepped it up lately, specifically Jayshon and Isaiah Green. Can you talk about that side of the ball, the linebacker specifically?
Green is playing great. Jayshon is doing well. They both have really stepped up, and I think it's because of the knockback from our defensive line that they're able to come down and make plays. They've worked really hard to understand the defense. Brandon's done a nice job of simplifying it for them so they can run, see, and hit. And the game is starting to slow down for him. This is his first year back after missing pretty much a whole year of football, so there was some rust to knock off. And Green has just been a great leader for us, understands the defense, really is a quick learner. So he's been doing a phenomenal job there. So across the board, we've made some improvements, but the areas that we've got to improve, if we have any chance of finishing this year off strong like we would like to, it's got to be in the discipline area in terms of penalties.
Okay, that's all from me, Kyle, if you will take it back over.
I got two more, Coach, and we'll let you go. It's only your second home game. Can you talk about to this point and just being able to play in front of those home fans this week?
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting to play at home. It feels like it's been forever and a day since we played at home. So it's always good to get back in front of our home fans, back into the comfort of playing in our stadium where there's familiarity. You don't have to worry about going on the road and travel schedule and going into a hotel you're unfamiliar with. It feels good in that regard, and we're excited to play against a formidable opponent in our own house.
And then you obviously haven't played the game after the open date, but how do you feel the open date went for your team to this point? And obviously it's right in the middle of the season, so it's probably at a good time. But how do you feel you all came out of that date?
Well, we have yet to play the game. However, going into it, we wanted to address where we were weak, address our strengths, and to kind of build off of that. Today's practice was a little lethargic, in my opinion. It was not our best practice. And I think we're understanding how we need to practice with a sense of urgency, with discipline, with focus, like game-like conditions, because the intensity was definitely is not there for us to be successful on Saturday. So we're learning how to do that coming out of the bye. I think we're rested up. We're pretty much healthy. Now we just have to generate the energy and understand that, hey, we have a great opportunity to finish the season off strong and possibly be in the thick of this thing if we take care of our business. So I think they understand the task at hand. They know what's out there in our future. Now it's just up to us to grab it and go with it and do our best that we can with it.
Well, Coach, that's it. I appreciate your time this morning. Best of luck this weekend. We'll see you back here next Tuesday.
Thank you.
Thanks, Eddie.